Welcome to Pydle Day 74. Pydle is a daily puzzle you need to solve by writing Python code. It's similar to word games like Wordle, but you need to basically create the graphic on the right by writing the Python code. Today's Pydle is a little fish, so have a go at solving that with Python. If you haven't played Pydle before, I will now solve yesterday's Pydle. So follow along, and then if you want to, you can try and click along and solve it by yourself. Always go back to previous Pydles. The little sword is one of my favorites. Okay, so let's try and solve the frog. Just get rid of that code, because if you go back to the previous Pydle you've already solved, it will keep the code of that. Okay, so we can see this Pydle is basically symmetrical around the y-axis. So we are going to use Cartesian or coordinates for the x-axis. You can say for y in range 5, because there's no benefit to use Cartesian coordinates for the y-axis. We're going to say for x in range -2, 3. Basically give us our 5 iterations. Okay, so the bulk of the pixels are green, so we're going to leave that for the else statement at the end. So let's focus on the whites first. So we can say if, and let's create a tuple with absolute value of x and y. And what does that need to equals? So that is this particular pair. So absolute value of x is going to be 2 and y is going to be 3. If that is true, do the Pydle. So it's going to be x plus 2, y, and white. Okay. So that's those two. Let's add an OR. And we're going to say x. So those are these two white pixels. So it's going to be useful for us to say or x equals to 0 and y equals to well, we've got two values of y, so either we can say convert that to something that's going to be true, or we can just say y in, and then we've got a tuple of values 0 and 4. Okay, so that should fill in the whites. Now just for the two yellows, let's just do that elif. And again, we're going to create a tuple with the absolute value of x and y equals, and what does that need to be? So absolute value of x should be 1, and y is also 1. You can see that's true. Okay, do that. We're going to need yellow. Okay, we should now see our little frog starting to develop. We've got the eyes, and all that remains is for us to have an else for the green pixels. Okay, so we can have those as green. Okay. And that solves yesterday's Pydle. Okay, have a look at today's Pydle, little fish, and see if you're able to solve that. See you again tomorrow.